How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Chucker TV and the Aspen Valley Polo Club. This is the Craig SAKIN Memorial taking place here on McClure River Ranch Field number 2. We see the teams out there getting ready to get this match underway. This is going to be another round-robin format like we played last week in the Chucker TV Cup. So we're going to have 3 mini matches, if you will. And we have the 2 teams out there getting their warm-ups in. We see our mounted official, Mr. Gaston Dorniak, wearing the stripes. We are going to welcome the Mountain Chevrolet team to the lineup today. We see some of those players out there finishing up their warm-ups on this beautiful field. The fields here at the Aspen Valley Polo Club, some of my favorite backdrops to a polo field right here. I mean, just look at that view. We've got most of the players are up and ready to go. This is, as I mentioned, the Craig SAKIN Memorial. Here we have, let's see, who do we have out there? Michael Payne with the Mountain Chevrolet team. Sugar Erskine, Alejandro Novillo Estrada, and Silver Novillo Estrada. We'll get those guys all lined out, how they're playing and what positions. And then we also have Los Amigos Red with Paul Foster, Mark Ganzi, Tomacho Pierez, and Nacho Novillo Estrada. We see those guys out there. Mark and Tomacho making their way out onto the field. And then we will have Bravos playing a little later on in this match. As I mentioned, this is a round-robin format. 3 teams playing, and we are going to be playing continued scores to Sunday, so be sure to tune in then for the finals of the Craig SAKIN Memorial. And if you're tuned in watching here, that game is going to be played a little bit earlier in the day as the World Cup final is going to be going on, so we adjusted our schedule accordingly for that purpose. So let's see, we got Mark playing number 2, looks like. Michael Payne, he's got the 1 on Tomacho. He's got the 3 for Los Amigos Red. Nacho playing back, and Paul will be at 1 there. So we got those guys lined out. And then Silver Novillo Estrada, looks like he's got the 3 on his back today. Sugar wearing the 2, and that would mean Alejandro Novillo Estrada will be playing the number 4 back position. So we got everyone lined out. We know who's who. And we're going to get this match underway here in just a moment. Umpire Gaston Dorniak going over some final instructions here. Making sure everyone is ready to go. Paul and Michael saying their hellos out there. I mentioned this in last week's broadcast. One of the things I love so much about the Aspen Valley Polo Club is the way we structure these tournaments and we switch the teams around week to week. It's a really fun way to play this tournament style polo. You get to play with and against different combinations of pros and sponsors, and the sponsors get a lot out of that with these different matchups week to week. So here we go. Ball's on the ground, and we are off and working. Looks like Alejandro Novillo Estrada going to grab a hold of this ball here for Mountain Chevrolet. Alejandro sends this one up the field. He's got Michael Payne. Michael can't quite find that ball. It's going to be left behind. And Alejandro able to recover that broken play. Nicely done here. Alejandro working his way through that pack of players here, trying to get it all the way down to the goal mouth. Alejandro gets there. And unfortunately, that one went just a little bit wide. He was able to get to the ball, though, but just not quite enough on it. So here we go. Ball back in play on the knock-in. And here comes Mark Ganzi. Mark working his way down the sideboards here. Sugar keeping a close watch on him. Silver keeping a watch as well. Mark. Gansey goes for the windup here. Not enough angle on that one. It's going to go wide over the back line. So a knock-in coming here for Mountain Chevrolet. And here we go with the knock-in. Michael Payne picks up that play here, working his way down the field. Michael Payne on the gray pony here, trying to keep this one under control. Maintains possession here. Michael Payne gets his pocket picked, though, by Mark. Now, coming across. Over here to the sideboards here. That's Nacho Navijo Estrada. Estrada going against his son there, Silver Navijo Estrada. Silver digs that one out from underneath the pony. Nicely done here by Silver. Silver played last week. He split a position with Sugar Erskine's son, Ash. And those boys played really well last week. So I'm excited to see Silver play throughout the summer here. Here comes Nacho. Gets a hold of that one. Tries to dig it out of the air. Maintains possession but he's going to lose the handle on that one. A bunch of Estradas all there convene on that ball. Here comes Nacho picking it up once again off that pass from Tamacho. Nacho. And Nacho. Navijo Estrada. Going to get that one there, but I'll take another look at this one here on the replay. Here we go. Nacho keeping this one. All right. So, let's see what we have going on here. There was a whistle. We saw on that play, Nacho had possession, made it all the way down, but time is out momentarily. So here we go. We're going to have this one. It's going to be a penalty 5 there from the spot. So no goal on that one. Penalty 5. Here comes Michael Payne. Drop it in, picking up the pass. We're going to get some clarification on that, but I do believe there was a right-of-way violation on the way to goal. So here we go with Los Amigos Red trying to get this one back under control. Nicely done there. Hit up the field by Nacho. And it's going to be Tamacho now. Tomas Pierres working his way down the field, trying to keep this one under control. Hooked out of there, though. Nicely done by Sugar. Now here comes Silver Navijo Estrada. Silver. Nicely done there by the young player. He got a hold of that one, got it turned back facing the right direction with a nice pass up there for his number 1, Michael Payne. Payne, though, he's hooked out of there by Nacho. Nacho gets this one turned back facing the right direction now for Los Amigos Red. Nacho Navijo fires a shot along the ground here, trying to find one of his teammates. He's going to find Mark Gansey with possession now. He's got Paul Foster trying to get into position here. Oh, man, Mark unable to keep it with him. He's hooked out of that play, and it's going to be Alejandro Navijo Estrada now. Alejandro sends this one up the field looking for Silver. Silver drops in, picks it up. He's got possession here. Tamacho keeping a close watch on him. Silver tries to find Michael Payne. Unable to reach him, though. It's going to be picked off now by Tamacho Pierres. Pierres gets this one turned. He's got players in motion here. Sends this one right to Nacho Navijo Estrada. Nacho, his pass up the field here. And it's going to be Mark Gansey. Gansey with possession now, working his way down towards the goal mouth. Mark Gansey takes the shot. And we're going to see if that one does not look like it made it all. It made it through the goal mouth here. They're going to line up for another knock-in. All right. We see some of the Bravos players over there warming up, getting ready. And here comes Alejandro Navijo Estrada. Ale Fires one down along the ground. Popped up in the air, though. Mark tried to get a hold of it. Here comes Tamacho now. Tamach. Now Gansey gets a hold of this one, sends it across field. He's got Nacho in position. Nacho grabs a hold of this one. He's got space. He's got time. Silver keeping a close watch on his dad there. Nach sends this one up in the air, drops it down in front here, looking for Tamacho, but Alejandro Navijo, really smart play there by Alejandro, kept Tamacho from getting to that ball, allowing it to go over the back line and getting themselves set up for another knock-in here. Still scoreless here in chucker number 1 as we click down under a minute. Here's Alejandro. Ale, looking around, checking his surroundings. He's got some players in motion. He's going to send one over here, trying to find Sugar. Erskine drops on the ball, picks it up, keeps it to himself for a moment here, allows his teammates to get further downfield into position. Out in front, here comes Silver. Silver, Navijo Estrada gets his pocket picked though by his father there. Nacho gets a hold of that one, sends it over to Tamacho. Nice little play there by Michael Payne with a little back shot. No one quite home. Silver is able to get in there and pick it up. Keeping this one to himself. Unable to keep it, though. It's going to be stolen out of there now by Nacho. Navijo Estrada. Nach sends this one up in the air. Up in front here. Paul Foster is there. But I do believe the double horn has gone. And that's going to signal the end of chucker number 1. Scoreless here in our first chucker of play. Not something you see every day there. Now, lots of action was happening on this field. Lots of knock-ins and missed goal opportunities, but the defense was strong. So we're going to let these players hop on a fresh mount, and we'll be right back in it with more action here in chucker number 2. All right, chucker number 2 set to begin here. We played all the way down to the double horn to end chucker number 1. So we're going to start things off where we were when that horn sounded once we get everyone back out on the field. So we went scoreless in the first chucker, and that's I mentioned at the end of the first that's not something you see every day here in the sport of polo. But both of these teams were making shots. They're taking shots at least, and there was a lot of turnover, a lot of interceptions, and just the score does not really reflect the game out on the field. So let's see if we can get some points on the board here, and we're going to line up on our mounted official, Mr. Gaston Dorniak, and we are going to have this bowl in here. Just waiting on the Mountain Chevrolet players to get into position here. All right. Looks like we have everyone ready to go. Umpire Dorniak looking for a clean and proper lineup here, and he sees it. There we go. Ball's in. Silver going to get a hold of that one. Nicely done here by Silver. Navijo Estrada he won that bowling, but it's going to be stolen out of there now. And coming up with it is going to be Nacho. Navijo for Los Amigos red. Nacho, his pass up here, looking to find Paul Foster, unable to find him. Michael Payne got there. Nicely done there by Michael Payne. Sends a shot back here, setting up a play for his number 2. That is Sugar Erskine checking over his shoulder. He's got Tamacho coming in hot to apply some pressure here. Sugar switches to the near side. Not quite what he wanted to do with that ball. Leaves it behind. Stolen out of there now by Tamacho. Piedes, his pass over to the corner, where we have a father-son duo here. Nacho takes a hold of that one, sends it to the board, stays in the playing surface. Nice little play there by Nacho. Here comes Gansey now. Mark. Oh, bad luck. That ball took a funny hop right over his mallet here, but he's followed up nicely by Tamacho. Piedes. His pass right up here. Michael Payne trying to get in there on the action. Here comes Gansey with possession. Mark. Gansey. Trying to find Paul Foster. Unable to find him here. He's going to send that one straight ahead. Michael Payne tried to get there, but here comes Alejandro Navijo Estrada. Estrada now. Gives this one right back over to Payne. Michael Payne with possession now. Nacho keeping a close watch here. Michael leaves that one behind, but nice little play there by Silver. Navijo Estrada, who sends it right back up to the front of the pack there, looking for Sugar. Erskine. And looks like we did have a whistle there. Umpire Dorniak, you see him, he drops that ball and it's going to be a penalty fire from the spot in favor of Los Amigos. Tamacho making sure that ball's where it needs to be. Here comes Nacho with the penalty 5. Nacho, Navijo Estrada fires this one down along the ground out in front here. Notch, his pass up in front for Paul Foster. Foster having a little trouble with the bouncing ball there. And it's going to be Alejandro Navijo Estrada. Ale fighting for possession here with Gansey. Alejandro able to give Gansey the slip here and comes away with that ball. He's got Sugar behind if he needs him. And he's going to send this one right out in front, looking for Michael Payne. Oh, no, off the post. Oh, man. Bad luck there for Michael Payne. That ball hit the post and stopped dead in its tracks. It's picked up now by Los Amigos. Nacho. Navijo Estrada fires the pass up the field here. No one quite. Oh, no. Gansey's able to get there. Gansey. Mark. He's got that goal in his sights here. Mark Gansey takes the shot. No, look at that. Nicely done there by Mark Gansey. We had the perfect angle on that goal. Nicely done. You can see here on the replay. You can see him. He sees that goal. He's got it in his sights. He might have gone a little bit more forward than he wanted to on that one, but man, he had that angle, and he's going to go ahead and get that point on the board. Drawn first blood here. Los Amigos on the board. Nicely done there by Mark Gansey. Umpire Dorniak there, waiting for everyone to return to center to give this ball back to the players. All right, here we go. Ball's on the ground, skirts out the back of the pack. It's going to be picked off now by Alejandro Navijo Estrada. Ale fighting hard there with brother Nacho. Mark comes in, knows he couldn't make a play. And here is Alejandro. No, there was a whistle on that one. Okay, so that hand gesture there by Mark, he knew he was a little close there, so that was a right-of-way infraction. Clock is stopped, 2:16, and we're going to have a penalty number 4. You can see here on the replay, yep, that was a little too close for comfort on there with the angle. So, penalty Oh, no, it's going to be penalty number 3. And Silver Novijo Estrada will do the honors. Silver, like it's nothing, sends that one right along the ground between the uprights, and we're all tied up here. 1 goal apiece. Silver, nicely done there from the penalty stripe. That was a 40-yard shot to an open goal. And we'll get everyone back to center field lineup here once again on our mounted official. And, of course, switch directions of play as we do after every goal is scored so that neither team has a wind, sun, or field advantage. And here we go. Ball's on the ground. Coming out of there with it. It's going to be Tamacho. Tamacho. Here it is. Fires this one up the field. Trying to find Mark Ganzi. Ganzi couldn't get there. No, it's going to be stolen now. And picked off now by Silver Novijo Estrada. He's hot. He just scored on that penalty 3 conversion here. Michael Payne dropping in, picking up the ball. Michael Payne. And Michael Payne getting a little redemption on that one. He had that nice run. That ball hit the post and came to a complete stop. So nicely done here, Michael Payne. And we can see this on the replay with the drone footage here. Michael, he's got that one. And he's going to escort that right between the uprights. Nicely done there for Mountain Chevrolet. Taking the lead here. 2-1. And ball's back on the ground. Coming out with it is going to be Nacho. Novijo Estrada. Notch sends this one along the ground up in front here. Trying to find Mark Ganzi. And Tamacho going to find that one in the back of the pack there. And he's going to send that one right on through. So nicely done there by Tamacho. Nice heads-up play. We can see it here on the replay. That shot by Nacho up in front looking for Mark Ganzi. Mark and Alejandro come together a little bit. And Tamacho in the cleanup position there just sends that one right on through. So we're all tied up. 2 goals apiece now. And away we go. Ball back on the ground. Look at that. Michael Payne coming out of there. Wins that bowling quickly there. Gets a hold of this one. Trying to get it all the way down to the hoop before the end of the chucker. Oh, man. Bad luck there. That's going to come off the heel of his mallet and go to the left-hand side wide over the back line. Bad luck there. Here we go. With Nacho, with the knock-in, looking around. He's got players downfield getting into position. What's going to happen here? Nacho winds up, takes a shot, gets it about halfway down the field and backed up out of there by Sugar. Now Silver with possession for Mountain Chevrolet. Look at that. Tamacho comes in, steals that one back, and Alejandro is there to steal it right back for Mountain Chevrolet. Alejandro. And everyone's going to go ahead and peel off on that one. Looks like we did get all the way down to the end of our time here for chucker number 2. So we're all tied up, 2 goals apiece. So we're going to go ahead and send these players off, and we'll be back in it with more action here, and we're going to welcome the Bravos team to the field. So stay with us, and we'll be back for our second of 3 mini matchups here in this round-robin format. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Craig SAKIN Memorial here at the Aspen Valley Polo Club. I'd like to welcome the Bravos team to the field. Bravos lining up with Riley Gansey, Alejandra Foster, Nick Roldan, and Jason Crowder out there. They're going to be taking on Mountain Chevrolet here. Mountain Chevrolet and Los Amigos, they tied in their matchup, but don't worry, we don't need to find winners today. We're going to be playing continued scores to Sunday. So when Mountain Chevrolet and Los Amigos face off on Sunday, that matchup will start with 2 goals apiece on the scoreboard. And looks like we've got just about everybody here. I think Nick was clearing a loose ball from the field there. And we're going to go ahead and get this matchup underway with a bowl-in on our mounted official, Mr. Gaston Dorniak. As soon as he sees a clean and proper lineup here, he will put that ball on the ground. And here we go. Ball's on the ground coming out of the back of the pack there. It's going to be Alejandro Diviso Estrada to grab a hold of this one for Mountain Chevrolet. Alejandro fires one along the ground out in front here for his number 1. That, of course, is Michael Payne. Michael Payne. Can he get this one done? Nicely done there by Michael Payne, doing what he does best, which is getting out front and sending it right to the goal. Nicely done there. Michael Payne gets his team on the board first here in this second of 3 matchups today. Here we see a nice replay of this. Michael picked up that pass perfectly there and escorts it between the uprights. So nicely done. And what a great pass, though, by Alejandro Diviso Estrada. And we're back at center field, switching directions. And coming out of there with it is going to be Roldan this time. Nick Roldan with this ball. Takes a shot, sends it up in the air, drops it down. Crowder couldn't quite find that one. It's going to be Alejandro Diviso Estrada now. Estrada. Ali gets his pocket picked, though, by Jason Crowder. Crowder drags it forward now, slaps it back, trying to find Alejandra Foster. It's going to be stopped there instead by Sugar Erskine. Erskine fires this one up the field here. He's got Michael on the move. Michael goes to the near side, can't quite make contact. Crowder backs that one out of danger, trying to find Riley. Coming in, picking it up, getting it turned back, facing the right direction. Now Riley Gansey still, bad luck on that one. She's going to leave that one behind, but she's got a great teammate in Nick Roldan. He was able to get turned on a dime and get a hold of that ball. Sends it all the way down here, close to the end line. It's going to be Alejandra Foster to jump in, pick up that ball. Look at this. Alejandra Foster, can she get this one back to the goal mouth here? She's trying to get there. Stolen out of there, though, by Sugar Erskine. Erskine. Now Gansey trying to get in there as well. Shugs coming out of there with the ball, though. Sugar. Now, nice deep neck shot here up in front, looking for Payne. Payne, nicely done here, picks that one up. That was about a foot off the deck here. He was able to get a hold of that one out of the air, but Nick Roldan comes in and steals this one back for Bravos. Roldan fighting hard here, avoids Payne. Now he's going to send this one up the field, looking for Alejandra Foster. She's looking for a little bit of redemption here. Alejandra Foster, bad luck there. It's going to come off the leg of her pony. Still a live ball, though. And Riley Gansey coming through. Passes over to Alejandra. Alejandra can't quite reach that one. She's trying for it. There she goes. Gets a hold of this one. Sets it up for Riley. Riley going to try to take this one all the way down through the hoop. Oh, man. Bad luck there. That one's going to skirt off to the left-hand side. Over the back line. So, we see Alejandro Diviso Estrada back there behind the ball. Getting ready mentally to take this knock-in. Clock is stopped for what I believe is possibly a courtesy change. We are playing in higher altitude, so we do everything we do in the sport of polo is for the safety of our ponies first, because the players choose to be out there and the horses do not. So we do everything we can to make sure the horses are as safe as possible. And that courtesy change is a very big part of that. And what we do with the courtesy change, we try to keep it short and sweet. It's just a timeout to go run and swap onto a different horse. Not everyone has to change during these courtesy changes, but the option will be there. So as soon as we get everyone back out on the field, we'll continue this off with the knock-in. And looks like we have everyone back. Here comes Alejandro. Navijo Estrada taps it once, now fires one through the pack of players here. Out in front, looking for Michael Payne. Payne unable to get to that ball, ridden wide off of that one by Nick Roldan. Roldan now with possession. Checks over his shoulder. He's got Michael coming in. Avoids the hook there. Nick Roldan keeping this one to himself. Trying to keep Michael away from that ball. Nick Roldan takes a little shot out in front here. Looking for Alejandro, but a stolen here by Estrada. Alejandro Navijo Estrada. That's still on the playing surface. Came off the sideboard. Stayed in play. Nicely done here by Estrada. Ooh, Alejandro Navijo. That's going to take a funny hop over his mallet here. Followed up, though, by Sugar. Now coming in is going to be Roldan. Picking up this ball. Nick Roldan fires one up the field here. He's got Alejandra out in front. Being chased down hard here by Sugar. Alejandra Foster trying to keep this one under control. Nice little pickup there. Scoop shot right to the goal. Nicely done there, Alejandra Foster. And look at that. You can see it on her face. She's all smiles there. Nicely done by Alejandra. Let's see here on the replay. This is a really great little pickup shot that she was able to get. She gets the one shot off, and then this is the shot right here. She was able to kind of scoop it back towards the goal. Really nice goal there by Alejandra Foster. Back in play at center field, though. Coming out of there with it is going to be Alejandro Navijo Estrada. Estrada sends this one out in front here. He's got Michael Payne on the move here on the gray pony. Michael Payne. Nicely done. Man, Alejandro and Michael, they've been running this play all day long, and it is working. Alejandro to Michael, Michael to the goal. You can see here on the replay, Nick Roldan chasing him down, but Michael able to get that one right between the goals. So back to center field we go, switching directions, and here we go. Ball's back on the ground. Coming out of there with it, it's going to be Crowder. No, Estrada. Alejandro. He's got Silver going downfield. Fires one up the field here, looking for Michael Payne. Payne can't quite get a hold of that one. Nick Roldan does get a hold of this. They're dangerously in the corner. They're running out of real estate. Nick Roldan with possession now, trying to get around Michael Payne. And he's going to send this one up, looking for his number 2, Alejandra Foster. Foster working her way down the field here, keeping this one close. Keeping it to herself here. Foster, she's being marked there by Sugar Erskine. Foster leaves there. Ooh, man, unable to get a hold of that one. She got a little touch on it, but here, just enough to get that ball back to Riley Gansey. Gansey now. Riley going to take the shot there, put it along the ground, and right on in. Nicely done there by the ladies in the black jersey. Bravos. Here you can see Alejandra. She had dropped that ball back behind here just enough for Riley to get there. And man, she had to do a lot of work to get this one to the goal mouth, but she was able to get it done. So we're all tied up 2 goals apiece at the end of the first chukker. So let these players hop on some fresh ponies and be right back in it. And we're going to start chukker number 2 off with a bull-in at center field. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, live here at the McClure River Ranch, field number 2 for the Craig SAKIN Memorial. We ended things up when Chucker number 1 with a goal, so that's how we start at center field. All tied up, 2 goals apiece. Here we go. Mountain Chevrolet with possession. That is Alejandro Navizo Estrada. Ale, his pass up here for Sugar Erskine. Erskine almost got that one to the goal, but that's going to go wide to the left-hand side. Nick Roldan behind the ball here for Bravos to bring it in with the knock-in. Nick taps it into play. Roldan sends this one along the ground here, looking for one of his teammates, trying to find Riley, but here comes Silver Navizo Estrada. Silver gets his ball turned back, facing the right direction here for Mountain Chevrolet. Coming in, though, to disrupt that play was Jason Crowder. Crowder and now allowing space for Riley to come out of there with the ball. Nicely done here, Riley. Rye with the ball here, fighting the bouncing ball, though. Not an easy task to do. It's going to go over Mallet. Alejandro also fighting with the bouncing ball. So is Nick. Oh, my goodness. That ball left behind. And here comes Alejandro Foster to send this one forward. Foster, her ball. Oh, man. That missed that ball. Here comes Nick Roldan. And Nick going to take that shot. Send it all the way down. Wow, what a series of plays there. Right about that. Nick Roldan gets a hold of it, sends it down along the ground between the uprights. So 3-2 now the score. Bravos on top. That was a lucky break there by Roldan. He was in the right place at the right time to pick up that loose ball. And here comes Nick Roldan once again. Nick. Nice little chip shot there. Oh, man. That one hit the ground and bounced a little left, so it's going to go just wide to the left-hand side. Knock in coming, though, for Mountain Chevrolet. And here comes Alejandro. Navizo Estrada fires this one down along the ground, up in front, looking for Silver. Navizo Estrada. Silver can't quite keep that one moving here. And it's going to be Riley to come in for Bravos. Riley. Keeps that one to herself. Thought she was going to drop it behind for Nick, but no, she elects to keep this one moving herself here. Now she finds herself surrounded by Mountain Chevrolet players. Alejandro Navizo Estrada rides her off of that line just enough for him to get a hold of it here. Gets turned back, face the right direction. Now looking for Silver, but Nick Roldan disrupts that one. And here comes Rye once again. Riley. Gansey. Riley gets her pocket picked now by Silver. Navizo Estrada. Silver. But here comes Jason Crowder to steal that one right back for Bravos now. Alejandro and Nick come together here. Alejandro Navizo Estrada maintains possession. Alejandro. Navizo Estrada looking downfield here. Sends this one down along the ground. Try to find Crowder. Trying to get there. Unable to. Now here comes Michael Payne. Payne. Drags it forward. Trying to keep this one under control here. Oh, man. Bad luck there from Payne. That's going to be Crowder now to steal this one back for Bravos. Sends the pass up in front here where Riley is all by herself. Alejandro Navizo Estrada coming in to apply some pressure, though. Riley still unfazed. Riley Gansey, she's got the time. She's going to slow it down here. And nicely done there by Riley Gansey. She's going to go ahead and send that one right between the uprights. What a steal, though, by Crowder to set that play up. Here comes Rye on the replay. She had plenty of time and space here, so she's going to slow things down. I like that. She's playing very level-headed out there today. So back to center field we go. And line up on our mounted official. All right, everyone's there, and the ball's on the ground. Comes out the back end of the pack here. Sugar Erskine now. Sugar. Erskine trying to keep this one under control. Nick Roldan peels off to the left. Sugar takes the shot, but it's going to go wide to the right. Bad luck there for Mountain Chevrolet. It's going to be Bravo's knock-in now with Roldan behind the ball. Nick takes a shot here, sends it down field, looking for one of his teammates here, trying to come in. Crowder, look at that. Crowder able to get that one back under control. Nicely done there by Crowder. That was a really smart play there by Jason. Able to get a hold of that ball, sends it up the field. Riley had a touch on it. Now it's going to be Roldan. Nick, Roldan, keeping this one to himself now. Nick trying to feed that one back to one of his teammates, but it's going to be intercepted now. Michael Payne got a slight touch on it, just enough to disrupt that and allow for Alejandro Navijo Estrada to come through and steal this one back for Mountain Chevrolet. Keeping this one going. Alejandro over on the far side, keeping this. Kept it to himself for most of the length of the field. Now passes up the field for Silver. Look at that. Nice ball control there by young Silver Novijo Estrada. Here we see Alejandro send this one up here for his nephew. Silver, look at that. Beautiful shot there by Silver. Nicely done by the young man in the black helmet. 4-3 the score. As we head back to center field here, keeping this one going, it's going to be Erskine now. Shugs winds up, takes a shot over to the far sideboards. Sugar follows up his own shot here. Nicely done. Picked it up on the near side. Backed out of there with a huge bomb by Nick Roldan. And that ball is going to land on the track there. You saw a little puff of dirt come up where that ball hit the ground. Here's Alejandro Navijo Estrada. Takes that one. And the time has expired. So, let's see. That is going to be Chucker. So we're going to go ahead and say goodbye to the Mountain Chevrolet team. We will see those guys again on Sunday. Remember, we are playing continued scores here through Sunday, so it's going to be Bravos against Los Amigos. We're going to allow these Bravos players to hop on a fresh mount and be right back in it with more action here in the Craig SAKIN Memorial. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Our final round here of this round robin. We've got Los Amigos back out on the field here in their red jerseys. If you're just joining us here, we got Paul Foster, Mark Ganzi, Tomacho Piedes, and Nacho Navijo Estrada. That's the team in red. And then, of course, we have Bravos. They just played in the last round. They line up with Alejandra Foster, Riley Ganzi, Nick Roldan, and Jason Crowder. So it looks like umpire Gaston Dorniak has the players lined up here, going over some final instructions, and here we go. He sees a clean lineup. That ball's on the ground, coming out of there with it. Ooh, a little bit of sword fight there at center field, trying to keep this one under control. And it's going to be Nacho Navijo Estrada to come away with it. Nacho Navijo sends one down along the ground here, trying to find one of his teammates, looking for Mark Ganzi, but it's going to be Roldan to come in there and steal this one away for Bravos. Roldan keeping this one to himself, looking around, checking his surroundings. Now he's going to open up his shoulders, sends this one along the ground out in front, looking for his number 2. That, of course, is Alejandra Foster. Foster, can she get this one back under control? No, she's going to lose that one underneath the pony, and it will travel over the back line wide. So knock-in coming here for Los Amigos. Nacho Navijo Estrada sends this one back into the playing surface here. Notch taps it once, twice. Now releases a pass up the field here, looking for Ganzi. Unable to make contact with that one. Here comes Roldan for Bravos. Nick Roldan. Ooh, not something you see every day there. Nick Roldan not able to make contact with that one. Backed out of there by Ganzi. Now here is Tomacho Piedes with possession. Tomacho Piedes. Look at that. Nicely done there by Tomacho Piedes. Look, that is on the replay here. That was Tomacho picking up that pass. 2 touches to goal. So nicely done there by Tomacho Piedes. Drawn first blood here in this final round of our round robin format here. We've got Los Amigos on the board, and away we go. Coming out of there with it is going to be Tomacho. Once again, Tomacho, he's hot. He just scored. Looking to do so again here. Passes up the field looking for Mark Ganzi. Ganzi got a slight touch on it, but here comes Roldan with the steal for Bravos. Nick Roldan. Nick, his pass. Downfield, trying to find Crowder. Nacho comes to that ball, gets a little hammer back shot there. Roldan, though, coming back in on the action. Nick Roldan takes the shot. And looks like that one was wide. He almost got that one, though, at speed. So here we go. Score remains 1-0 here as we are getting to about 3.5 minutes left in this first chukker. Here we go. Ball sent up the field here. Crowder. Jason. Little pump fake there. Nice by Jason. Little pump fake. Gets a hold of this one. Turns it back. Face the right direction now. He's got Nick Roldan on the move. Trying to get established on that line. He does. Roldan. Now he's going to open up his shoulders and send this one all the way. It's got the distance. Not. Oh, maybe that one. Maybe that did go. Looks like we're heading back over here to center, or at least the Los Amigos squad is heading to center. There we go. Joined by the rest of them. So, that goal did count. All right, back in action here at center field. So yeah, that goal by Nick Roldan, it did count. He made that shot at speed. Here we go. Nick sends this one over here for his number 4. That is Crowder. Jason Crowder sends it along the ground. Alejandra Foster trying to get a hold of this ball. Riley trying to get there. Alejandra Foster finds it, and she will get that one. No. There was a whistle there. All right, so the whistle did sound. That was a little bit of a cluster there in the goal mouth, so it's going to be a penalty 5 for Nacho. All tied up, 1 goal apiece. Nacho, his pass up for Tomas Piedes. Tomas. Now here comes Roldan. Gets this one stolen back here for Bravos. Nick looking around. Roldan trying to get around that defender of Nacho Navijo Estrada. Nacho gets this one turned, facing the right direction now. Can't quite keep it moving, though. It's going to be left behind. Stolen now by Nick Roldan. Nice little pickup and steal here by Roldan. He's got players in motion. Nick Roldan sends this one high in the air. And it's got the distance, but not quite the angle. It's going to go wide to the right-hand side. So, Los Amigos dodging a bullet there, getting a knock-in opportunity. And here comes Nacho. Navijo Estrada taps it once, then fires one downfield over to the far side. Picked up now by Tomacho Piedes. His pass not quite where he wanted that one to go. Came up a little short and stolen now by Nick Roldan. Roldan, his pass up in front, looking for Riley. Gansey dropped in. Rye keeping this one to herself. Riley Gansey. And Rye going to get another one added to her column on the score sheet. Nicely done there by Riley Gansey. You can see here on the replay. She jumps in, picks it up. Nice ball control, working her way towards the goal mouth here. And Riley going to get credit for that one. Here we go. Back to center field. Once again, lined up on our mounted official, Mr. Gaston Dorniak. And here we go. Ball's back on the ground. Nick Roldan. Nick takes this one around, using the boards to set himself up. Nicely done there by Roldan. Sends this one down along the ground, getting dangerously close to that end line. That ball going to come to a stop, though. Stolen now by, I believe that was Tomacho that got a hold of that one. Tomach now, it's going to be Roldan. Nick Roldan. No, there was. All right, so there was a whistle. That was after the 30-second horn had gone. So, 2-1 on the scoreboard there. We can see in the background. So, we're going to go ahead and send the players off. Let them get on some fresh ponies here, and we'll be right back in it with more action in the Craig Sakin Memorial in our final chukker of this match. Okay, welcome back, everybody. We are back live here on the McClure River Ranch Field number 2 for the Craig SAKIN Memorial. We're going to start things off here in our final chukker, the third chukker 2 of the day, with a penalty number 3. So there was a whistle towards the end of that last chukker. It happened after the 30-second horn had gone, so we have a penalty 3 to start us off here in this chukker. And stay tuned, folks. After this chukker is complete, that will wrap up this round robin. But we have something special. We are going to be playing the Just for the Love of It Cup, featuring Casablanca and Mountain Chevrolet. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. After this, we're going to go ahead and dive into that. It's going to be a 2-chukker match. And here we go with Mark Gansey on the penalty number 3. Gansey takes the shot. Oh, man. He got a little bit of ground on that one. You could see that when he took the shot. It's going to go. It's not even. Oh, wow. It didn't cross the. Yeah, that was some bad luck on that one. So, no, it didn't cross the end line. And here is Nick Roldan to send this one back into play. Roldan. 2-1 the score here. Score remains. Where's this one going to end up? They're fighting for it downfield. Riley trying to get in there. Rye gets a hold of it. Nicely done here by Riley Gansey. Gansey takes the shot. Trying to score on her dad there, but it's going to go wide to the right. And it's going to be a Los Amigos knock-in. Mark back there behind the ball. Nacho behind the ball as well. Nacho sends Mark forward. Notch takes the shot under 5.5 now. We've got Nacho. Avoids the hook there from Riley. Notch. Keeping this one to himself here. Nacho. Navijo Estrada. Nacho sends this one down. Trying to find one of his teammates there. Coming in on the action, though, is going to be Jason Crowder. Crowder gets that one stolen and facing the right direction now. Nicely done there by Jason Crowder. Sends this one over towards the far boards. Picked off now. Alejandro Foster. Foster. Mark trying to get a hold of that one. Unable to make contact. Everybody overrides. It's now Nick Roldan from the back of the pack. Roldan takes the shot. Sends it up the field here. And it's going to be Alejandra Foster. Oh, man. Got a little too much on that one. Couldn't quite get it back under control, back towards the goal mouth. Going to go wide right. So another knock-in coming here for Los Amigos. And it's going to be Nacho behind the ball. Nacho. With just about 4 minutes left to play here in this match. Here comes Mark Gansey working his way down the field, trying to get around Crowder. Crowder disrupts that play just enough here. And here comes Roldan to capitalize on that broken play. Nick, little pump fake there, trying to get rid of Tamacho. Nick, his pass up the field, looking for one of the ladies out in front. It's going to be Foster trying to get there, but it's Nacho. Sends it across field. Going to follow up his own shot here. Nacho picks it up on the near side. He's got Alejandra on his hip. Gave her the old Top Gun move. Slammed on the brakes. Let her go by. And here comes Tamacho trying to steal that one, or trying to keep that one alive. And it's now Jason Crowder. Crowder fires a big one down. He's got Alejandra Foster on the move here. 3 minutes left to play. Foster, nice little heads-up play there by Foster. She kept that one on the playing surface. And now it's going to be the umpire's whistle. All right. Clock is stopped here. Let's take a look. All right. So 2 53 on the scoreboard there. You can see that scoreboard here in the background. 2-1 is the score, with the ladies on top today. As soon as we get everyone back from that courtesy change, we'll get this one back underway. Here we go with Mark Gansey bringing this one back into play. Gansey. Mark. Sends this one over here looking for his number 4, Nacho Navijo Estrada. Nacho sends this one further down the field here, trying to find Tamacho. Pieda's trying to get there. Nick Roldan trying to keep this one under control. Unable to keep that one, though. Look at that. Nacho coming down the line here. Steals this one right back for Los Amigos. Now Crowder in on the action. Crowder rides Gansey wide, keeping him away from that ball. Nice play there by Crowder. And over to the sideboards. Jason and Mark come together. Jason sends this one up the field, trying to find Foster. But here comes Tamacho. Tamach gets this one turned back, facing the right direction, sends a big bomb down the field here. No one quite home to pick it up, though. It's going to be Crowder with the next shot here. Right over here, looking for Roldan. But that one had a little too much on it. It's going to go over the sideboards. Out of play, so change of possession now. Bravos hit that one out. So, Los Amigos gains possession there on the sideboards. Mark. Gansey takes a shot, taps it once, taps it twice, tries to take a shot on goal. It's going to go just wide to the left-hand side. And Roldan behind the ball, ready to send this one back in. Nick sends this one onto the playing surface, looking around, sends this one, a big bomb down the field here, trying to find one of his teammates, but it's going to be Mark Gansey to get there first. Gans sends this one back, looking for Tamacho. Tamacho gives it right back up to Mark Gansey. Gansey trying to keep this one under control. He's got Crowder coming in, disrupts that play. Nice little play there by Crowder. Just a little tap to get it out of Mark's reach and allow for his teammate Nick Roldan to come in. Nick sends this one high in the air. It's going to drop down right in front here of Riley. Nice pickup there by Riley Gansey. Gansey keeping this one under control. Riley, she hit it off to the left-hand side. She's able to peel left and get back to this ball. Riley Gansey, oh man. Bad luck there for Riley. She was able to get back to it though. She was able to find that ball. 22 seconds or so left on the clock. We will play out the final 30 seconds here. And here we go. It's going to be Roldan to try and disrupt that play. Not able to do so. Here comes Mark Gansey now. Gansey. Mark. Over along the far sideboards. And all right, so it looks like the double horn has gone. And that is all she wrote, folks, for the Craig SAKIN Memorial here. We will have continued scores on Sunday, so please be sure to tune in then. We will be playing a little earlier in the day than we normally would on a Sunday. That is, of course, because the World Cup finals will be on. So be sure to tune in on Sunday morning for that. But in the meantime, we've got some more polo for you. We're going to go ahead and dive into the Just for the Love of It Cup featuring Casablanca and Mountain Chevrolet. For the Just for the Love of It Cup, this is going to be a 2-chucker match. In Casablanca, we've got Roberto Poma. He played last weekend, did a great job out there. So Roberto Poma, welcome back to the field. Mark Gansey, Ash Erskine, who also played last weekend, and Sugar Erskine. That's going to be the Casablanca squad. They're in the signature Casablanca orange jerseys. I did see some of those guys warming up during this last chucker. And then We're going to welcome back Michael Payne and Riley Ganzi and Alejandro Davijo Estrada. And, of course, our good buddy Ricky Bueno from the CTV crew. He's going to be out there on the field as well. So stay tuned, folks. Don't go anywhere. We've got that coming up for you. We're going to let these players that just finished have a little time to catch their breath and get situated. So don't go anywhere. We've got Just for the Love of It coming up next. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for sticking around for this, the Just for the Love of It Cup. This is going to be a fun little match here. This is Casablanca in their signature orange jerseys. I'd like to welcome Roberto Poma back to the field. We had the pleasure of seeing him and Ash Erskine play last weekend. So, welcome back, boys. And also, would like to welcome back Sugar Erskine and Mark Ganzi to the field. They just finished playing, and here they are again, as well as Michael Payne, Riley Ganzi, and Alejandro Navijo Estrada over on the Mountain Chevrolet squad. And Ricky Bueno going to be joining us on the field here. There he is. Ricky with the number 4 on his back. And as soon as we have all 8 of our players assembled at center field, we're going to go ahead and get this one started. So this is just a 2-chucker match. This is a final for the Just for the Love of It Cup. Craig SAKIN Memorial round robin that we just had. We're going to have those continued scores on Sunday, so please be sure to tune in then. We will have everything all organized for Sunday morning. Keep that in mind, folks. There is a time change. We normally play into the afternoon on our Sunday matches here at the Aspen Valley Polo Club. But with the World Cup finals, we have moved those up. But more about that later. We've got more polo to be played right here, right now. Coming out of the bowl-in here is going to be Mark Ganzi. Oh, bad luck there. Comes off the heel of his mallet. Unable to keep it moving. Here comes Ricky. Ricky Bueno gets a hold of this one. Gets this one turned back, facing the right direction now. Poma hooks him out of there. Nicely done there by Poma. Hooked Ricky out of that play. Michael Payne in the cleanup position here. Tried to get that one right back up there to Ricky. But, bad luck there for Michael. He's going to run out of room, run out of real estate down there. And that's going to go over the back line wide to the left-hand side. So we're going to have a knock-in now. All right. Ball brought back into play there by Casablanca. Here is Ash Erskine on the ball, trying to keep that one under control. Michael Payne with a little shot there. And now Sugar passes this one right back up to Roberto Poma on a little bit of a breakaway now. Ooh, bad luck. Got a little underneath that ball. Popped it up in the air. No one there to pick it up. Here comes Mark Ganzi, though. Ganzi takes the shot. Will it go? Oh, my goodness. That ball came to a stop right on the doorstep. Talk about bad luck on that one. It was going to go, but just came to a rolling stop just before it crossed that line. So still a live ball here as Alejandro Navijo Estrada gets a hold of this one. Sends this one up the field here. Try to find Michael. Unable to find him. It's now going to be Riley Ganzi. Riley and Mark battling it out once again here. And Riley trying to keep this one going all the way down to the goal mouth. Nicely done there by Riley Ganzi. Going to get that point. Draw first blood here. Get a nice look at this one. Look at this. Some great drone footage here of Riley on this little breakaway here. Look at that. Dead center between the uprights. That's what we like to see. That is how you score a goal. Good job, Riley. Drawing first blood, getting Mountain Chevrolet on the scoreboard first here in this Just for the Love of It Cup. And we've got two of our players for Mountain Chevrolet. They're going to take advantage of this time for the think we have a tack timeout here. Or a courtesy change. Courtesy change. All right. Could be a tack issue. Sometimes it's just easier and quicker just to swap the pony out rather than fix or replace the piece of equipment. But regardless, we have Riley and Alejandro over on the end line here. Hopping on new ponies. As soon as they get back out there, we will continue the action. But man, what a goal though by Riley Gansey. She had a couple great goals in the Craig SAKIN match that she played just a couple minutes ago. But no, Riley's been playing some really, really great polo. I'm looking forward to watching her play throughout the summer, and I'm also excited about getting to watch Ash Erskine play. I had never seen Ash play before, and man, he came out swinging, and he surprised me on last weekend. Very happy to see him in the saddle alongside his father, Sugar. That's what we like to see. The family is everything here at the Aspen Valley Polo Club. It is part of what makes Aspen Valley Polo Club so special. So here we go. We've got everyone back out here. Riley and Alejandro on Riley on a fresh mount. Here we go. Ball's on the ground, and look at that. Riley Gansey going to get a hold of this one out of the bowl in. Riley, she's hot. She just scored on the other end, looking to do so again here. Look at that. Nice ball control here by Riley Gansey. Being shoved off of that line, though, by Sugar. Coming in. Michael Payne gets a hold of this one, gets a turn back. Tries to get a turn back facing the right direction now. Riley got in there with a touch. Now Poma. Now Alejandro. Now Ash. Alejandro. And that ball is going to go just wide. Bad luck on that one. So we're going to have a knock-in here. Score remains 1-0 in favor of Mountain Chevrolet. Here we go. Mark from the back of the pack here with the 4 on his back. Mark Gansey sends this one off to the right-hand side looking for Sugar Erskine. Erskine now. A nice little give and go, though. Mark passed to Sugar. Sugar passed right back up to Mark, but unable to keep it under control. It's going to be Alejandro Navijo Estrada now. Ale sends this one across, looking for Ricky Bueno. Ricky coming in, picking up the play. Ricky doing a nice job here. Nicely done, Ricky Bueno. Look at that. Ricky keeping this one going here. Ricky Bueno. Oh, man. Bad luck there. Great play nonetheless, though, by Ricky Bueno. Just couldn't quite get it done at the end. I think that the pony kind of stepped over the ball there at the end. But great run, though, by Ricky. Here we go with another Mark Gansey knock-in here for Casablanca. Ash playing close. Riley coming in to be a thorn in Mark's side. And we do have a whistle on the field. Might be all right. Mark. From the spot, Mark Gansey sends this one back into the playing surface. Here we go. Mark sends it across field, looking for Poma. Roberto, nice pickup there by the young man wearing the number 1 shirt. Oh, man. Can he get back to it? He can. He was able to get back to it momentarily here. Now here comes Ash to help him out. Ash gets his pocket picked, though, by Alejandro Navijo Estrada. Alejandro Navijo Estrada and Roberto Poma come together there. Look at that. Nice little play there by Poma. Gets a hold of this ball. Trying to keep this one under control. And, oh, man. Still a live ball. It's still on the playing surface here. Here comes Michael Payne. Payne now with possession. working his way up the field here, going to the near boards. Michael Payne keeping this one under control. Michael Payne. Oh, bad luck there on that one. Unable to make contact with it, but here comes Ricky. Ricky, he knew he couldn't get back to that ball without committing a foul, so that was a heads-up play by Ricky. Now it's left behind, and it's going to be Sugar. Erskine. Erskine now. Takes a shot, sends it up the field here. He's got two of his teammates downfield. He's got Poma. Poma jumps in, picks up the ball. Mark Gansey continues that drive down the field. Mark Gansey, his ball picked up once again by Poma, backed out of there by Michael. And where did that ball go? Ooh, man, it's going to go over the back line. Out of play. And here comes the knock-in. Never mind. No knock-in. That is going to be the end of chucker number 1. So, yeah, that ball did cross over the back line. There will be a knock-in, but that knock-in will occur when we get back to play chucker number 2. We're going to go ahead and let these players hop on a fresh mount. I'll be right back in it. Stay tuned. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Chucker number 2 of Just for the Love of It about to begin. So we ended things in chucker number 1 with a wide shot at goal. So we should be starting things off with a knock-in down there. In favor of Mountain Chevrolet. Waiting on one more player. Here he comes. The heavy hitter with the 4 on his back, Mr. Alejandro Navijo Estrada. And here we go with chucker number 2, the second and final chucker here of this Just for the Love of It final. Here we go. Alejandro takes a shot off to the right-hand side. Ale. His ball intercepted. Now coming in, though, is going to be Michael Payne. Payne now. His ball now, Ricky Bueno. Bueno can't quite keep it under control. Here comes Alejandro. Navijo Estrada with possession now, keeping this one under control downfield. He's got Riley Gansey out in front. Gansey drops in. Nice ball control. I've been saying this all day long. Riley has been playing some fantastic polo here. And she's going to get a little underneath that ball. Backed out of there now by Sugar. Michael Payne now in possession. Michael Payne coming up here with the ball. Over on the far side, Mark Gansey now. Gansey. Now Michael. Once again, Michael Payne. In possession here, Michael and Mark come together. Riley and Ash come together. Now here comes Sugar. Erskine. Sugar. Keeping this one going. Where is this one going to go? It's going to be Alejandro Navijo Estrada to send this one down. No one quite home to grab a hold of that one. Here comes Mark Gansey now with the ball. Mark Gansey with the ball now, working his way down. Michael Payne coming in to apply some pressure. Gansey leaves that one behind. Coming in is Ash Erskine. Erskine getting a little help for the pony there. Kicked forward here. Ash trying to keep this one under control. Avoids the hook. No, he does get hooked out of there by Riley. Now here comes Poma. Poma can't quite make contact. Now coming in is going to be Alejandro Navijo Estrada. Estrada now gets a hold of this ball. He's got players in motion downfield. Estrada sends a big one up the field here. No one quite there. Here comes Michael Payne. Payne, Michael Payne gets it done. Nicely done there by Michael Payne. Gets his team, Mountain Chevrolet, up by 2. Here is the replay on that shot. Estrada downfield. Michael Payne gets himself established perfectly on this one. Look at that. Nicely done there by Michael Payne. And we're going to go ahead and have a timeout here for a pony change. Here we go. Michael getting his pony situated there and heading back out onto the field. And here we are at center field, ready to get this one back on the ground. Switching directions, as we do after every goal, of course. Here comes the bowl-in. Keeping this one going. Michael trying to get there, not able to do so. Coming in now is going to be Sugar. Erskine now. Erskine sends this one up the field looking for Mark Gansey. Gansey picks it up. Ooh, unable to pick that one up. Here comes everybody. Overrides. First one on is going to be Riley Gansey. Gansey gets this one turned back facing the right direction now. Avoids the hook from Sugar. But I think... Oh, man, Sugar able to get in her head a little bit there and sends this one back over here for his son, Ash. Ash working his way down the field. Ash, nicely done. Gets Casablanca on the board now. Nicely done. Let's take a look at this replay. Ash doing a great job here. Remaining cool, calm, and collected. Working his way down the field. And he knows that one's going in. Didn't even have to give it another touch. So back to center we go. 2-1 the score. And going to line up on our mounted official once again here for a bowl-in at center. All right, looks like, okay, here we go. We've got everyone back to center field now. Going to get this one back on the ground. Coming up here, Michael Payne going to get a hold of this ball out of the bowling. Look at this. Oh, bad luck there. Miscues on that ball. Here comes Mark Gansey. Unfortunately, though, that one's going to come off the pony of Riley, and Riley going to get a step on her man. Gets a hold of this ball, sends it down towards the goal mouth here, but she's going to run out of real estate. Unable to work that one back to the goal mouth. So, knocking coming here for Casablanca. Keeping this one going. Mark Gansey sends this one downfield, looking for his number 2. That, of course, is Ash. Erskine now sends this one up, looking for Poma. Ooh, bad luck on that one. Not the shot he was looking for on that. And here comes Estrada to steal this one away for Mountain Chevrolet. Keeping this one going. Fighting hard there. And Estrada going to break free of that defender. Passes up here for Riley. Riley Gansey keeping this one going. Now Ricky Bueno. Bueno can't quite keep it moving. Now Michael Payne in the action here. Michael Payne. Ooh, man. A little too much on that one. It's going to be left behind. Here comes Mark Gansey now. Gansey picks this one up. Working his way down the field. Goes to the far sideboards. Oh, bad luck there. That's going to take a funny hop over the sideboards out of play. And we're going to have a change of possession. So, Alejandro Navijo Estrada behind the ball. Ready to send this one back in. Keeping this one going. Oh, man. It's going to go just wide to the left-hand side there. And knock-in coming. Or, well, we do have time out here, it looks like. So let's see what our umpire decides to do. 2-1 the score. 34 seconds left to play. Let's see what our mounted official, Mr. Gaston Dorniak, is going to do. Okay, so it looks like that one was a safety. Okay. That would make sense. So here we go. 60 yards for the spot across over the back line towards the defended goal. Alejandro Navijo Estrada. Alejandro takes the shot. And unfortunately, that one did not go through. That's going to go ahead and end it there. No, it did go through. Okay, it did go through. My apologies on that. So the goal does count. 3-1 the score. Mountain Chevrolet, winner of this Just for the Love of It Cup. Nicely done. Congratulations to Michael Payne, Riley Gansey, Ricky Bueno, and Alejandro Navijo Estrada. So, nicely done there on that penalty number 6. Safety conversion to end us off with that one. Scored a 3-1. All right, so we're going to go ahead and end for now. Be sure to tune in on Sunday. We do have the finals of the Craig SAKIN Memorial. And once again, please continue to check us out on social media and Instagram for that updated time. We are playing a little earlier in the day on Sunday, so please be sure to tune in on Sunday. We will see you guys on the next broadcast. I speak for everyone here at the Aspen Valley Polo Club when I say thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.